Okay, hello, and welcome to the cafe. My name is Sucky Leaf if you do not know me, but you can always just call me Leaf. And I am joined today by one Stray Rogue
Hello.
and one Pixel Moon.
Hello.
Why is my potato covered in arrows?
It's not a potato, it's an orange slice.
Okay, why is there arrows in it?
Because that's
It's
the bard
because you're
drink.
a bard.
Ah, gotcha.
Do I have a Crystal Exarch drink? Is that what that is?
Yes, that is what it is.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And then mine's just a grasshopper.
Why do you
No,
eat
it's
grasshoppers?
it's an emerald carbuncle.
Sure, we'll call it an emerald
Emerald
carbuncle.
carbuncles is a blue though.
It's a proto
I don't know.
carbuncle.
Oh,
It's a proto carbuncle. Oh my.
evil.
So Scott told me that the proto carbuncle, like the carbuncle, actually looked like that in Final Fantasy XI.
Really?
I believe it.
Yeah. You apparently summoned a small version of that,
That's terrifying.
which is inherently fucking hilarious. Just because you're summoning a very small buff version, like
Of
the
a
fuck?
carbuncle.
Yeah.
Because every other version of Carbuncle has looked like the Carbuncle that you normally see.
You see, this just looks like the fucked up dog we have. I don't know why Scott said that. Or wait, wait a minute. Scott, where's the fucked up carbuncle from? I googled it, and Final Fantasy XI has the normal dog. Okay, he lied to me. I'm wondering if it's actually Final Fantasy XII.
I don't think so.
'Cause
I don't remember
they
seeing
like to
Carbuncle in
pull-
there.
They like pulling stuff from 12, so
Honestly,
12's got a weird looking carbuncle.
12 had some good stuff. It just
Oh.
wasn't that great of a game.
12 was fine.
I sense Leaf about to throw down.
No, I'm just saying 12 was fine.
Didn't Cora say that you could just not like play it? You could just put it on autopilot?
No,
Yes.
I'm the one who said that.
Okay.
Like, for fights, yes, you could absolutely just put it on autopilot, but you still have to play the game in some form.
Okay.
If you actually want to complete it.
There's a really
So-
ugly version of Carbuncle in the Final Fantasy VII remake, and I do not like that.
Carbuncle's only existence in Final Fantasy XII was an airship.
Ah, okay.
Just like Ifrit also was an airship, and so was Leviathan and Odin. And Pandemonium.
Ah, sweats loudly.
Mhm.
Don't like that. Oh, there's a fucked up one. Oh, it's from 4. That explains
so
a
much
lot.
more.
Yeah. Oh, those are cute.
Garland was actually also a airship in 12.
I mean, that makes sense.
So was Shiva. So was the Atmos and the Catabolus.
There's a carbuncle.
And the Alexander, of course.
There's a carbuncle with
Okay, now we're
fucking
picking up some
shoes?
fan.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
What the? What is that?
It's my
Oh, no!
it's my only fan.
No. In Final Fantasy 8, the carbuncle has tennis shoes, and he looks like a really, really, really fucked up cell version of a lizard.
Done Pixar didn't happen.
Okay, here it's going straight into this chat.
Ah, I see.
Like I said,
He's
Hold
got
up.
them Jordans on.
I don't like that. That's a terrifying version of a carbuncle.
I mean, it's fine.
There's apparently another lizard. I put it directly into your Twitch chat.
He's got those apple bottom jeans. And
No, and then
fur.
there's another version of carbuncle that's a lizard, but at least he's not as fucked up as that lizard.
He doesn't have the kicks.
Yeah, those are weird versions of Carby.
Yeah.
I dislike them greatly.
I don't
The
blame you.
Carbuncle summon is definitely what that Proto Carbuncle is based off of, because he looks like a giant fucked up dog. Here, that picture.
Oh yeah, that is definitely what the Proto Carbuncle is based off of.
Yeah. He's fucking roided out. Looks like he'll eat your face.
Yeah. There we go. So we
So how are you guys doing?
Doing good.
doing okay. I napped today after going to physical therapy and going to the store to go pick up stuff.
Uh-huh. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you pick up? Just groceries?
Just a drink from Starbucks and some donuts.
Hmm.
Because I didn't have much of a breakfast.
Makes sense.
Because aside from an all-out fry-up, I don't have much for breakfast.
Yeah. I had to really wing making dinner. I made, so you know how I was cooking down tomatoes last night?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was just gonna be like a soup, but like, so dinner plans got canceled because the burger patties were still frozen.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, that were defrosting. So my dad had an early dinner at the, what do you call that? The Legion, because they were having a fish fry for like pretty cheap. So my dad had his dinner. My mom ate leftovers, and so I'm like, fuck, I don't have anything to make food for me and Scott. So I found, I don't want to call them ancient, but I really don't know the last time we had meatballs, but they were in the freezer. And they heated up fine. They didn't taste like freezer burnt, so I don't know how old they were, but they were in there. I made a bunch of meatballs. I toasted some ciabatta bread that we had frozen. Like, I griddled it, like, with a heavy pan on top so it would get crispy. And on mine I put goat cheese, because my mom wasn't using the goat cheese she had bought for a recipe, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just put it on there. And then I gave Scott shredded cheese, and I put a bunch of meatballs on that, and then I covered it with a improvised marinara out of the tomato cooked down sauce thing that I made last night. So it turned out really good somehow.
So you made meatball subs.
Yeah.
Except for on ciabatta breads, that they were sandos. They were full sandwiches. The meatballs were small enough where it didn't become an issue. Like, they didn't fall out of the sandwich, so like I cut them in half and laid them out, so they were in rows of 3, so 9 meatballs, or meatball halves on the each sandwich.
Sounds pretty good.
Scott really liked it, and for because the tomatoes were cooked down so far, it seems like I cooked them enough where Scott is not going to be sick from the fresh tomato sauce. See my fingers, because he's like kind of allergic to really fresh tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, how can you only be allergic to fresh tomatoes?
So this is the theory that I have, because you know how cellular walls break down in plants in general?
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure he's not, it's probably not technically an allergy, it's probably more like he's not able to process those things, so it makes his body say, I need to get this out because I can't process it, it's obviously not for us, so it's just like, get everything out. It makes him sick either way. So, like, that tomato sauce was twice processed, basically, because I had already reduced down like a set of tomatoes, strained out the tomato stuff, and then combined it with a bunch of tomatoes that I skinned last night with the boiling method, and parboiling the fruits might have also cooked them slightly. So, and then I let it cook down for like an hour because I needed to boil off a lot of the liquid.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So, and then I cooked it again to make the little bit of sauce, because I had to season it with Italian seasoning, get it to like the right sort of flavor profile. It turned out actually really good.
Good.
I'm very
Sounds
shocked.
good.
Because honestly, every time I'm like winging something like that, I'm halfway convinced it's going to go terribly. That it will just be passable.
But instead, you've added a new recipe to your repertoire.
Mm-hmm. Dude, having fresh tomatoes to cook down though makes some of the best sauce ever just without much effort. It's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's why if people are able to have like a balcony tomato or something like that, fucking do it, dude. In the summer, you get so much fucking good food out of that.
And I mean, tomatoes grow pretty easily from seeds, so...
Yeah, and especially, like, this past season, tomato plants that were almost full grown and producing fruits were available at, like, and stuff. So, like, basically, for, like, $6, you can get a plant that'll produce at least $20 worth of produce.
Yep.
As long as you keep up in watering it. And if you get it right at the beginning of the season, it'll give you more than $20 worth of produce.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you get a cherry tomato. Jesus Christ. So many cherry tomatoes.
Oh yeah, cherry tomatoes are much easier to grow because they don't take as long to ripen and they don't take as much energy to grow them.
Yeah. Also, they're what do you call it? They usually have a better flavor profile, like, from off of the vine directly or sitting a couple days, whereas like the larger tomatoes we have right now, like the slicing tomatoes that we got for sandwiches, like, don't have as much flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's hard. It's hard to tell, like, aside from like the ones I've got, what is more like worthwhile in the big tomato area. Like beef steaks, everybody talks about beef steaks because they're big. And they're good like on a sandwich, but like
Heirloom tomatoes.
If you're just eating them by themselves though, sometimes they have like nothing going for them even when you salt them, which is like a bummer.
Which is why I would say if you're gonna get big tomatoes that taste like tomatoes, get heirlooms. Because even though they're funky shape and everything, they're not that perfect tomato shape that everybody looks for. They are packed with flavor.
The these ones that we tried this year, which I think they're technically an heirloom breed because of the way they grow. They're called Chef's Pink Choice, or Pink Chef's Choice, I think, is what they said. It was like they're really tasty on their own, but they have so much juice to them. It's also hard to cut them because they just want to. It's not like dissolve, but you know they want to fall apart really hard.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so tasty though.
Yeah, cherry tomatoes are generally great for, like, if you want a tomato flavor, but you don't really want to deal with the tomato, like, texture. Because they're small enough to pop into your mouth.
They are very much living up to their berry status.
Yeah.
I had
They're very
one.
small and very good.
Exactly.
I mean, they are also berries. I had one that actually was the size of, like a blueberry, come off one of the plants because it just for some reason underperformed in growth, but ripened normally. And it reminded me of when I was a little kid. My mom grew a tomato plant that was called a spoon tomato, and they were all of them were that size. But unfortunately, the ripening process didn't make them ripe all at once. So you only got like a little trickle of tiny tomatoes. So, like, I was like 4 or 5 when Mom grew that plant, and it was like they're doll-sized tomatoes.
Oh, jeez.
They're really cute.
They sound very small.
They're too small. They're like something you would see in one of those tasting menu restaurants, where it's like your 18th course in, and then you see like these little red dots on top of your like itty bitty lasagna, and you're like, what the fuck is that? And they're like, oh, those are spoon tomatoes, freshly
wow, they
grown
really
on our
are
tiny tomato plant. Yeah, they're little.
Like, you can fit a bunch of them on a spoon.
Pour some milk in there with a bowl. Have some cereal.
thought about it like that because I was thinking about how you could just fill a bowl with them, and it was like, oh no, but then you put milk in there and they become tomato cereal. That would be.
If you cook it and blend it, it becomes tomato soup.
Yeah, exactly. God.
They're out of line, but they're right.
It's true. And probably their skins would disintegrate pretty easy too, being that size.
I like that most
the
of
only-
the images for spoon tomatoes is a bunch of spoon tomatoes on a spoon.
Yeah. It's so, what do you call it? It's so novel, like that they're that itty bitty baby. Like, it's so great. Real ass doll tomatoes. This one has, I think those are they're buffalo nickels. Fucking, why do you have a bunch of buffalo nickels kicking around for your tomato picture?
Found a soup pick.
On a soup pick.
Yeah.
Oh, God
Stupa
damn
do Macao. Macaco?
Macaco. Macaco.
That looks
I'm
like a
assuming
monkey's
that's a
skull.
monkey?
Sopadoma kako.
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
that art before. Because I recognize Marcial's face from, like, someone's icon, actually.
Yeah.
I wonder
I saw
why my
the arena
streaming
for
thing
that.
won't kick on.
What's
Streaming what?
Like, it no longer says that I'm streaming on Discord.
Uh-oh.
That's odd.
I mean, it could be Discord.
Not the announcement, but like how the
Oh. Things goes purple.
yeah.
Excuse me.
I wonder why.
Oh.
Maybe you need to restart Discord.
No, I think it's because
Oh,
it got
excuse me.
disconnected from Twitch.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh
it
my
got
god, this
disconnected.
person... This person has a jar of them skinned, and they look just like caviar. So fucking funny. I get basically it's tomato caviar, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So fucking angry at you, Zach.
I need to turn streamer mode back on because the boops.
I knew you'd say that immediately.
I left our DMs open, so
Just
How
no
dare
one,
you.
not even yourself.
Hey, now it says I'm streaming. Okay, cool.
yay!
Heyo.
Figured it out. Finally figured out the problem.
Fuck yeah!
We'll be
do you
sliced and diced
follow-
next. Sorry, go on.
What?
What'd you say?
Oh, I was saying the name of the stream. Who will be sliced
Oh.
and diced next?
Ah,
Oh,
I mean, is that not the name of the stream?
it is.
Ah. Sorry, I'm hyped up on caffeine. I had my energy drink earlier today, and then I had a big old cup of coffee before we started stream.
you trying to have a fucking heart attack, my guy?
Sure.
I mean, I'm
Jesus.
sleepy enough that I could convince people I had a cup of coffee.
Mm.
Because coffee puts
That's
me
what
to
caffeine
sleep.
does to you. Yeah.
Coffee puts me to sleep.
Bouncy.
Isn't that something that happens because of ADHD?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Like,
Sometimes. Go ahead.
also, if you don't drink coffee for a while, then it reverts back to the normal form of getting you hyper when you have coffee. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Coco, for the raid!
Raid!
Hello,
Raid!
Raiders!
Raid!
Welcome to the stream.
There's the
Anyone-
Marco.
For
When
anyone,
Raider.
butterflies attack.
for anyone who does not know me, my name is Suckuleaf, aka Leaf. I'm joined by Stray Rogue and Pixel
Hello.
Moon.
Yo,
Hello, Marco. Welcome back.
Because you weren't here. You were here at the
Hello,
beginning.
Coco.
Hello, Coco.
And for anyone
Hello,
who was
Coco.
watching, definitely go check out A Space Cocoon.
can't wait to hear this shit.
You can't knife me, Marco. I'm
I
streaming.
mean, advanced
That
divorce.
huge pile of shit. What? I wouldn't have. I would not have.
Oh my, it's Final Fantasy
I don't
II.
remember this. I would not have expected this from such an early.
My god.
Yep.
Dude,
My
just
game
breaking
airship
out
is
with
much better.
saying that saying that another airship is a huge pile of shit.
Oh my.
Oh, that was such a surprise because no one was expecting it when we were playing that.
Sid
Oh.
being shady? Can't believe it.
Right? Sid being like that?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. I'm still so sleepy from my nap.
Somebody needs,
Needs a double nap.
yeah.
You need to double down
double
on that nap.
That's called sleeping.
No.
It's called bedtime.
No.
Called Sleepy Time Junction.
I'll shut your face.
And start playing the game so you won't fall asleep.
Okay, okay. Coco just arrived and now Coco has to leave.
No, don't make Coco
No.
leave. Just
Well,
leave
you
it on the title
told-
screen.
Told me to play the
You can-
game.
You can show Coco how cutely we've dressed up Iba.
Yeah.
Coco will leave as soon as we start the game. You know this.
Oh, we want Coco time.
No.
Coco says she lurk.
Well, rip.
Trip to Coco. Bye bye.
It's okay, Coco. I appreciate you being here anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coco wanna remain blind. Goodbye.
Coco getting that
But,
2D headgear.
I also finished, my brain blanked because of the sound.
Bless ya.
I need dogs!
Bork.
No, I'm not hearing the game.
That's
Oh, there
because
we
go.
it wasn't on the actual game.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And I need to switch it on stream as well. Would just work better if I did like automatic capture or something.